Welcome to Course 4, Foundation, Certified Supply Chain Professional, CSCP, course, by SPAO Academy. Topic 3, Sourcing Products and Services, Section 6, Supply Base Analysis and Sizing, Lesson 2, Supplier Segmentation. Supplier Segmentation. In the previous lesson, we discussed how to analyze your current supply base to understand who you're spending money with. You might remember creating that long list of every supplier your company uses. It can be overwhelming, right? Now, it's time to make sense of that list. We can't treat all suppliers the same way. A company that supplies critical, custom-made parts for your flagship product is fundamentally different from the company that supplies your office paperclips. Treating them the same would be a waste of time and resources. This is where supplier segmentation comes in. Lesson objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define supplier segmentation. Explain why segmenting suppliers is crucial for effective management. Identify the 4 common segments in the supplier segmentation matrix. Categorize a simple supplier into its appropriate segment. What is supplier segmentation? Supplier segmentation is the process of grouping your suppliers into categories based on shared characteristics. It's a strategic tool that helps a company decide how much time, effort, and resources to invest in managing each supplier relationship. Think of it like a gardener tending to different types of plants. You wouldn't water a cactus as much as you would a fern, and you wouldn't prune a fruit tree the same way you'd trim a hedge. Each plant has different needs and requires a different care strategy. Supplier segmentation allows you to create the right care strategy for each of your suppliers. Why is segmentation important? For a beginner, the key takeaway is that segmentation helps you be efficient and effective. Without segmentation, you risk wasting time on minor suppliers, neglecting your most important strategic partners, misallocating resources, like having senior managers negotiate contracts for low-value, simple purchases. By segmenting, you ensure that your company's efforts are proportional to the importance and risk associated with each supplier. The supplier segmentation matrix. The most common way to segment suppliers is by using a 2x2 matrix. This matrix plots suppliers based on 2 critical factors: spend, profit, impact. How much money does the company spend with this supplier? How much does this supplier impact the profitability of your final product? High or low, supply risk, complexity. How difficult would it be to replace this supplier? Is the product complex or custom-made? Is it available from only a few sources? High or low. By plotting these 2 factors, we arrive at 4 distinct supplier segments. Low supply risk. High profit impact. Strategic suppliers. The critical partners. High supply risk. Leverage suppliers. The competitive edge. Note: some models swap positions 1 and 2. We'll follow the common Kraljic matrix order shown below. Low supply risk. Low profit impact. Routine suppliers. The simple and easy. High supply risk. Bottleneck suppliers. The risky niche. Let's look at each segment in detail. 1. Strategic suppliers, high profit impact, high supply risk. These are your most important suppliers. They provide items that are critical to your business, are often customized, and are difficult to switch. Example: a car manufacturer's sole supplier of a patented safety system. What they supply: custom-made parts, core technology, unique services. Management strategy. This requires a long-term partnership. You need to build a close, collaborative relationship with frequent communication, joint planning for innovation, and top management involvement. The goal is a win-win partnership. 2. Leverage suppliers, high profit impact, low supply risk. These suppliers provide items that are high value but are standard and readily available from many sources. This gives you, the buyer, significant power or leverage. Example: a large hotel chain buying bulk quantities of standard toilet paper. What they supply: high-volume raw materials, commodities, standard components. Management strategy. The focus here is on competitive bidding and negotiation. You can play suppliers against each other to get the best price, most favorable payment terms, or the best delivery schedule. The goal is to maximize your short-term profit. 3. Routine suppliers, low profit impact, low supply risk. These suppliers provide the everyday items that are easy to get and don't cost much individually. However, if you add up all the administrative work they create, the cost can become significant. Example: the company that supplies pens, notebooks, and paperclips. What they supply: office supplies, janitorial services, MRO, maintenance, repair, and operations items. Management strategy: the goal is efficiency and simplification. You want to make buying these items as easy and cheap as possible. This often involves using a company credit card, P-card, for small purchases, automating the ordering process, or consolidating all these items with a single, full-service distributor. 4. Bottleneck suppliers: low profit impact, high supply risk. These suppliers are tricky. The items they provide are not very valuable on their own, but they are difficult to get. They can create a bottleneck and stop your entire production line if they fail to deliver. Example: a specialized, non-standard bolt that is only made by one factory in the world. What they supply: specialized spare parts, unique raw materials from a volatile region, items with long lead times. Management strategy: the focus here is on ensuring supply and reducing risk. You might want to keep a large amount of safety stock, inventory, look for alternative products or suppliers, or even sign a long-term contract to guarantee availability, even if it costs a bit more. Lesson summary: supplier segmentation is the process of grouping suppliers based on their profit impact and supply risk. It helps you manage your suppliers strategically, not just reactively. The four main segments are strategic, leverage, routine, and bottleneck. Each segment requires a different management approach, from building partnerships to simplifying processes. In the next lesson, we will discuss how to take this segmentation and use it to build your final, supply-based sizing strategy. I really appreciate you spending your time with me today. If you want to learn more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your like means the world to us and helps this channel grow so we can continue bringing you great content. Thanks again, and see you on the next video.